46 local high schools compete in a tournament of knowledge for a trip to Europe on this year's hottest game show, Bay Area Quiz Kids. Brought to you by SBC, Oracle, and the San Mateo Credit Union. And now, the best host on the West Coast, the one, the only, Brad Friedman.
Thank you so much. Welcome to Quiz Kids, the show where students show all their speed, knowledge, and collaboration and get a chance to win incredible prizes. Today we have, from San Francisco, the Archbishop Riordan Crusaders. And from Daly City, we've got the Westmoor High School Rams. And so, gentlemen and Helen, let us begin by playing the collaboration round. Welcome, Riordan. Welcome, Westmoor. In this first round, you'll play as a team. I will ask your team a question. It is worth 10 points. I'll give you a few seconds to collaborate. And if your captain, Nick or Nathan, gives me the correct answer, you will earn those 10 points. If you give me an incorrect answer, the other team will get to collaborate and possibly steal those points away from you. We'll go back and forth until the first round is over. Good luck to both teams. Crusaders, you get the first question. The U.S. Supreme Court case Nix versus Hedden declared that it was a vegetable, although botanically speaking, it is a fruit. Heirloom, Roma, and San Marzano are varieties of what ingredient found in salsa and marinara sauce?
Tomato.
No, tomato. Yo, tomato is right, 10 points. I thought I'd throw a little nothing.
It's appreciated.
Thanks. Rams. It began in a schoolhouse in Ripon, Wisconsin in 1854 and ran John Fremont for president in 1856. What political party then won the presidency in 1860?
Republican?
That's right, the Republican Party. During the decades following the invasion of this island by the Normans, new cathedrals sprang up in the town of Cefalù and Monreale. What is this Italian island whose biggest city is Palermo?
Sicily?
10 points, that's right. The first scientific description of the disease is attributed to a 9th century Muslim physician who wrote a book about smallpox and it. Finally isolated in 1954, what is this disease? The first M in the MMR vaccine.
Okay. Measles?
That's right, measles. Crusaders, called the Sage of Anacostia, he subscribed to The Liberator in 1841 and eventually became the publisher of a series of newspapers, including the North Star. Who was this prominent African-American writer and orator of the 19th century who spent his career fighting slavery?
Frederick Douglass.
10 points, correct. Rams. The term was coined in a work by Descartes, and he meant it to be derogatory. However, despite their name, they are considered very real. What is that kind of number that solves the equation x squared equals -1?
Imaginary number I?
I will accept that. Yes, the imaginary number or I, exactly. In official versions of this game, scoring starts with 501, and the first to reach 0 wins, with the requirement that the last score is a double. In what game must players stand about 8 feet from a board on a wall 5 foot 8 inches above the floor?
Darts?
That's it for 10 points. Though not much is known about this country's earliest history, it is known that the Celts inhabited it long before any Vikings did. Medieval historian Saxo Grammaticus wrote about what Scandinavian country found mostly on the Jutland Peninsula.
Denmark?
That is right for 10 points. Having favorably reviewed the screenplay based on her most famous book, She became friends with Gregory Peck, who won an Oscar for portraying its hero. Who is this descendant of a famous Civil War general who won instant acclaim for her novel To Kill a Mockingbird?
We're not sure.
Not sure. Can you steal?
Harper Lee.
That's it for 10 points. Luxembourg's is the highest at $58,900, and East Timor's is the lowest at $400. What is this measure of wealth defined as the total income of a group divided by the population?
GDP per capita.
Yes, that's right, per capita, exactly. That signals the end of the round. Let's look at the score. Riordan has 40. Westmoor's in the lead with 60 points. And we will return and have a little chat with our players after these messages. Don't go away. Welcome back. If you would like to come and be a part of our studio audience, all you have to do is give us a call. We'll send you tickets. Just call us at 650-637-1936, and we will send you tickets right away. Welcome, Crusaders. Nick Mann, this is your third year as a Quiz Kids player, right?
Yes, it is.
It is, and now you're a senior, so it's your final year. There's nothing left.
Hopefully.
You've reached the pinnacle. No, you're going to become a famous writer like Harper Lee,
yes,
who wrote one of my favorite books. And one day on Quiz Kids, someone's going to say, I'm going to say, who wrote the great novel Freedman's Crusade? And they're going to go, I'm not sure. And I'll go, it's Nick Mann. Gosh. You went to Birmingham, Alabama this summer.
Yeah.
Sounds like a really rewarding trip. What did you do there?
We saw the civil rights exhibits and stuff. We also did some community service working with the homeless and some people in a church.
I understand you stayed in a homeless shelter.
We did.
And talked to people there, and you painted the interiors of churches, or sounds great. Well, good for you. Have a great time writing about it. Maybe,
okay.
Michael Schwartz.
Yep.
Michael, you are also a senior and really into music.
Oh yeah, I just like music. I write, I perform, I arrange. This past summer I arranged a field show for my school, but it's too difficult. They called it university level. Then I just finished an original composition.
Most people on these teams, they start listing all the instruments they play, but you actually have had some of your music performed by groups, like at school. You're working on something that's going to be performed now?
Yeah, rehearsals are just starting.
That's wonderful. Good luck. So you'll have a big world premiere of your latest piece. Patrick Faliano, not Pat, just Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick, you already know what you want to be after school.
I'm going to be a San Francisco police officer.
San Francisco police officer. Good for you. And you are already taking part in a program that will help prepare you for that. What is that program?
That's the San Francisco PAL cadet program.
And how long have you been a cadet?
This is my 4th year.
And what kind of things do they do there that help get you ready for becoming a police officer?
We go through things like media relations, physical training. We have to jump over a wall. We also go through things like arrest reports, handcuffing, basic life support.
So when you actually have to do the actual training, it's going to be a snap for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully good. Well, good luck to you in there. Let's give a big hand to your coach, John Albach. Nathan Yan, you're the captain of the Rams and a senior, and you've taken on a huge project for your last year. What are you doing?
Yeah, well, we're starting, or last year we started a web server project. It's called the Flash Server project. And basically, when we build a web server running off the school's LAN right now. And it's just hosting a bunch of different things. Like for a lot of clubs around the school, we have our journalism club. We have the archive for old articles there. Running a student forum for basically, there's general discussion also. There's like homework help and peer review for people's essays. And we also have this this student encyclopedia project. It's kind of based on Wikipedia. It's called BAQK0706, but basically it's a student encyclopedia project where students can contribute articles about their, just about different subjects. And
it sounds huge, but it sounds extremely helpful, and I wish you the very best of luck on that. Helen Yamamoto. Helen, you belong to 13 clubs.
Yeah.
Do you ever have time to go to class?
Yeah, I just go to meetings during lunch and after school every day.
But there are only 5 lunches a week. I mean, how do you manage to fit 13 clubs in there?
Sometimes I go to 2 meetings after school or 2 during lunch or ditch a meeting, spend a lot of time in another one.
You mentioned one club called Socially Active Youth.
Oh, yeah. We hand out flyers about, like, well, for example, I was trying to boycott Wet Seal last year because of their inhumane treatment for the animals they use in their clothing. And so I handed out, like, a couple hundred flyers around my school.
Well, good for you. You're learning some activism as you get ready to graduate. Good for you. Good luck to all your clubs and a couple of classes if you can fit them in. Alfred Vaughn, you spent the summer at Berkeley.
Yes.
In an intro to engineering program. How long did that last?
It lasted about 8 weeks, if I still can remember. Yeah. In that class, we basically just applied like physics and like building bridges, building a windmill, creating an electrical circuit and stuff.
But you'd like to go actually into something more like bioengineering, you told me.
Yes, because I see a field that, you know, like right now, bioengineering is starting to pick off, and I kind of really want to go into nanotech too, because I can see like futures in both of those categories.
Yes, my parents call me their little nanotech kid, you know, little tiny. But that's so good luck to you.
Thanks.
Give a big hand to your coach, Alan Bronstein. And nanotechnology has put together an amazing judge for Quiz Kids. His name is Frank Saboti. We're learning that nano humor doesn't work, aren't we? Yeah, okay, that's too small to count. All right, let's get back to Quiz Kids after these messages. Stay tuned. We are back. Let's play the lightning round. Helen and gentlemen, put your hands on your buzzers. I will ask a series of 10-point questions, and the first person to buzz in gets to answer for their team. Give me the right answer, you get the right points. 10 points exactly. If you give me the wrong answer, the other team will be allowed to collaborate and possibly steal those points away. If you buzz in before I complete the question, you will have to answer with the information you have been given. If you give me the wrong answer, I will complete the question for the other team before they answer. So give me a chance to do that. Good luck to both teams. Here's the first question. He came to power in a coup that overthrew socialist President Salvador Allende. Who is this Chilean military dictator who was recently arrested? Nick?
Pinochet?
You're right. It famously shows up on the Bayeux Tapestry, which depicted the events of 1066. What is this famous comet that appeared the years Mark Twain was born and died?
Halley's Comet?
That's right, Nathan. Notable actors on its cast include Jerry Orbach and Sam... Yes, Nick?
Law and Order.
You're right. These two pieces of music, usually played consecutively, appeared in the movies Rollerball, Phantom of the Opera, and in the opening scene of Disney's Fantasia. What is this famous 2-part musical work by Johann Sebastian Michael?
Invention in Symphonia.
No, I'm sorry, it's incorrect. You can steal. It's by Johann Sebastian Bach, by the way.
Night on Bald Mountain. Night on Bald Mountain.
Toccata and Fugue in D minor. Called Old Mountain in Quechua, it is found in the Urubamba Valley in... Oh, hello. Called Old Mountain in Quechua, it is found in the Urubamba Valley in Peru, northwest of Cusco. What is the so-called lost city of the Incas? Yes, Alfred?
Machu Picchu.
You are right. They were granted land in North Africa in 439, but then decided to conquer Carthage and build a powerful kingdom around the Mediterranean. What was this East Germanic tribe whose name has become associated with ruthless destruction? Patrick.
The Huns?
No. And defacement of property. Talk it over.
Visigoths?
The Vandals. In describing chemical concentration, what value symbolized with a capital M is
Molarity?
That is correct. While a very useful value, it can easily skew data such as income distribution because of outliers. What is this common statistic defined as the sum of a set of numbers divided by their quantity? Nick?
Mean?
I need a little bit more than
The
that.
mean average? Arithmetic mean?
Yes, there you go. It's the average, or yes. Rituals reenacted on this holiday have been practiced for 3,000 years, as it was commonplace in Mesoamerican society to keep skulls as trophies.
He's dead.
That is right. It has been used as a practical means of passing over natural obstacles such as canals or brooks in places such as the Netherlands. What is this Olympic track and field event where the athlete uses a long flexible beam to help hurl him? Alfred.
Pole vault.
Right. The drum line in a marching band, a former fortification on Manhattan Island. The pitcher and catcher in baseball. Alfred.
The battery.
That's right. When Strom Thurmond died, this position passed to Senator Ted Stevens of Alaska. What is the second highest ranking office in the Senate that presides when the vice president is unavailable?
Speaker of the House.
Oh, no, that's wrong. And is third in line for presidential succession. You can steal. Talk it over.
The minority whip?
The president pro tem. It is the third largest employer in the country after the Defense Department and Walmart. An enforced monopoly. What is this government-run corporation that competes with DHL, FedEx, and UPS? Yes, Nick?
USPS.
That's right. That's the end of the round. Let's look at the score. Westmoor has 120 and 80 for Archbishop Riordan. The point values are going to double, gentlemen. Let's see how you do when we come back. Don't go away. Let's play the extreme lightning round. Point values are double, gentlemen, and Helen, and we will go right now. Founded by Rudolf Dassler, the brother of Adolf Dassler, the founder of Adidas, this company sponsors such athletes as Johnny Damon and Barry Zito. What athletic apparel company shares its name with a large species of, yes, Alfred?
Puma.
That's correct. On October 14, 1997, he threw an F-15D past Mach 1, 50 years after having done so. Alfred?
Chuck Yeager.
Correct. Scoring on this kind of play can be rare in that it involves swinging the ball at enough of an angle that it winds up between the goalposts. What is this free kick in soccer that is awarded to the opposing team?
Kick.
I'm sorry?
Corner kick?
That's right. After this battle, the British played The Day the World Turned Upside Down. Name this important 1781 victory where Washington trapped Lord Cornwallis and for all...
Battle of Yorktown.
That's right. During his travels in the 18th century, he made and lost many fortunes and met figures such as Catherine the Great and Madame de Pompadour. Who was this Venetian writer? Michael.
Marco Polo?
No. I'm sorry. Who is this Venetian writer and adventurer whose name can be applied to men who are amorously attentive to women?
Nice one.
Oh my gosh, you guys, let's get some work going here.
Go to say something. I don't know.
No idea.
Casanova.
Oh.
It is named after a Greek river called the Thyamis, from whence Celtic tribes are believed to have migrated. What is this river which originates near Kemble and flows through London before entering? Yes, Michael.
The Thames.
That's right, the Thames. Starting in 2004, juice from this fruit became available for purchase in U.S. supermarkets. Nick.
Pomegranate?
That's right. As a character in European folktales, Giambattista Basile called him Gagliuso, and in Charles Perrault's Tales of Mother Goose, he is called the Master Cat. Who is this talking, swashbuckling cat?
Puss in Boots.
That's right. The area administered by India includes the namesake valley Ladakh and Jammu. Srinagar is considered the ancient capital of what Asian region, famous for its wool, which was recently struck by a... Yes, Nick?
Kashmir.
Correct. In early 2005, he stated that he would stop writing plays and instead campaign internationally against oppression. Who was this author of The Birthday Party, recently awarded the 2005 Nobel Prize for Literature? Harold Pinter. Made of 70% copper and 25% tin, what famous American symbol in Philadelphia bears the inscription? Nick?
The Liberty Bell.
Correct. What value will I always get if I take the third derivative of a second-degree polynomial?
0.
That's right, Nathan. This god would travel into the underworld at night so that he could rise in the morning, but had to use a boat.
Apollo?
Nope. but had to use a boat so that the Earth's water wouldn't extinguish him. Who was this original Egyptian sun god who later became overshadowed by Horus?
Ra?
Yes. Though a noted scientist, he was a tax collector and thus tried, convicted, and guillotined in 1794 by the Reign of Terror. Who is this Frenchman that formulated the law of conservation of matter and is known as the father of modern chemistry? Michael?
Planck?
Nope. You can steal.
Le Chatelain?
Lavoisier. What chess move uses the notation 0-0 or 0-0-0 and occurs when the king and a rook jump over each other? Helen?
Castle.
That's right. Once called a nebula, it is estimated to impact the Milky Way in about 3 billion years. M31 is what other member of the local group of galaxies named after a princess in Greek mythology? The Andromeda Galaxy. She disagreed with Mary Wollstonecraft, who thought men were the ideal that women should aspire to, rather thinking that this assumption needed to be broken for feminism to move forward. Who was this female existentialist and author of The Second Sex? Simone de Beauvoir. That's the end of the game. 180 over here with 260. Westmoor will move into our second round. Gentlemen, you played very well against a very strong team, and I wish you all the best in your yearly endeavors with everything you do. Good luck to you. We will see the three of you in a future round. Have a good time practicing Quiz Kids till then. And you play along with us each weekend. Call us and come on down to our studio audience, too. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
The following underwriters helped to make this program possible: SBC, the San Mateo Credit Union, and Oracle. Tournament champions will win an all-expense-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS. Additional support provided by these Bay Area newspapers: the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry and the Knights Templar.